Welcome back. Over the past few weeks, we've been sharing with you stories of cattle ranching families who've gone above and beyond in their efforts to care for the land and to preserve our natural resources. They're all regional winners of the Environmental Stewardship Award, and we hope you're inspired by their efforts. This time around, we head to Region 6 in northwest Utah for the story of the Tanner family.
In the Grouse Creek Valley of northwest Utah, the Tanner family is moving their cattle. Brothers Blaine, Jay, and Brent winter their herd in the desert and then trail the cattle up to 9,000 feet in the summer. The Tanner family has been ranching here for 136 years.
My great-grandfather Tanner and his brothers settled the Grouse Creek area in the mid-1870s. They initially brought herds of cattle from near Salt Lake City and settled here in the area.
One of the things about Della Ranches that really stands out is the heritage that we have here. Even in the name, Della Ranches, Della comes from our grandparents, Dell and Ella Tanner, who us brothers started our ranching business by purchasing land from them.
One of the things that is unique about our ranch is you know, we are able to move up and down the valley in the spring and the fall of the year, and we don't have to haul our cattle to our grass. We utilize our grass as we trail our cattle back and forth.
Today, the Tanner brothers run about 1,000 cows and grow forage crops in Utah and southern Idaho. Their cattle range across 192,000 acres on a mix of private, state, and federal lands.
I think a lot of people think that we're kind of out here on the end of the earth, but that may be one of the qualities that we have is by being out here so far. It is cattle country. It's country that's open, that we can utilize for our livestock.
One major challenge here is controlling invasive species that crowd out grasses and forbs. The Tanners have worked with NRCS and other agencies to clear juniper by first chaining and uprooting the trees and then doing a controlled burn.
We have found that then it's more successful if we can burn those trees that we've killed. It gets them out of the way, opens up some more area for grasses and forbs and brush, releases some nitrogen back into the soil, and then just makes our control last quite a bit longer. The last year or two since we've been able to chain and to do some things with these on these trees, I am in hopes that things will be much better there. And just looking at it this year, I see that there's grass coming in places where under them trees there was absolutely nothing.
To control sagebrush, the Tanners have used chemical treatments to create a more diverse plant community. And the family works with Utah State University to monitor sage grouse and to find ways to improve wildlife habitat.
The Tanners on their land have done a wonderful job of providing that habitat, not just for grouse, but for other wildlife. They are cattlemen, but they are very interested in protecting the habitat for all species.
We are finding, especially with the sage grouse and the wildlife in the area, that they need differing ages of brush. And so if you'll go into an area where you've got overgrown or tall brush, all basically the same age, that's not a healthy ecosystem, either for us as domestic livestock grazers or for the wildlife.
The Tanner family has also taken steps to protect streams and riparian areas, partnering with the state to install a pipeline to develop spring-fed water troughs.
Here, water was a limiting factor. It's a long ways to water, and so we can get better utilization and more even utilization with the cattle on the land if we put water developments in.
Above all, the Tanners keep a sharp eye on the health of their rangeland and manage their grass with care.
In this area, for us to be able to produce grass for our cows, that's critical. And so it's interesting that the habitat that we create for our cows also is the habitat that many of the wildlife around need.
The family has also made the effort to share their stewardship story by opening the Box C Guest Ranch to host visitors interested in learning about life on a working cattle ranch.
We have a little guest ranch, and we feel like we share a little piece of heaven with those that come. But it's worked really well together, to have people come and see what's going on, what we do.
It's been a positive experience to have guests throughout the world to come and visit us and to answer their questions as to why we do things the way we do them.
Whether hosting guests, working to improve rangeland, or protecting water resources, the Tanner family makes stewardship a part of their daily ranch life for the benefit of generations to come.
It is a great sense of heritage, and there is something that I hope that we can instill upon them, the importance of the family and the efforts that our family have made to make this ranch a 5th or 6th generation ranch.
This land is certainly suited for cattle ranching, probably better than anything else, and I hope that the cattle industry will provide for our family to be here for many more generations.
Grateful for the opportunity that God has given us to live on this earth at this time and live in this great place. And we feel that our stewardship efforts go back to maintaining what we have been given.
Nominate your operation or someone you know for an ESAP award. Find out more online by going to cattlemantocattleman.org.